Manchester United currently stand at a critical juncture as the club continues its journey through a period of transition and rebuilding under the watchful eyes of both the owner, Sir Jim Ratcliffe, and the manager, Ruben Amorim. After a summer of significant investment focused primarily on overhauling the forward line, the club is still grappling with on-field inconsistencies and an unsettled tactical identity. With just 4 points from their first 4 league matches, this represents the worst league start for the club since the early 1990s, a stark reminder of the challenges facing United in this new era. Ruben Amorim's tenure at Manchester United has been marked by a strong commitment to his preferred tactical approach, the 3-4-3 formation. Amorim has been steadfast in his belief that this system is the right blueprint for the club's future and has publicly rejected calls to abandon it despite the mixed results on the pitch. He insists that any modification to this philosophy must come in the form of changing the playing personnel rather than altering the structure itself. This inflexible stance has been a point of contention among fans and pundits alike, especially considering the uneven performances seen throughout the early season matches. Sir Jim Ratcliffe, the billionaire owner who acquired Manchester United with the backing of MUFC, represents a new kind of leadership at Old Trafford. Unlike previous ownership that sometimes preferred to take a backseat role, Ratcliffe is known for being hands-on, engaging directly with the footballing side of the club, including close communications with Amorim. Their relationship is characterized by blunt and straightforward dialogue, with Amorim admitting that he often challenges Ratcliffe and is not afraid to speak frankly about footballing matters. This candid and sometimes confrontational relationship may reflect the larger culture of accountability and ambition Ratcliffe wants to instill at the club. The current climate at Old Trafford is one filled with intense scrutiny and pressure. Amorim's record, a mere single win in the first 4 league games and a humiliating League Cup exit, has led many to question whether he remains the right man to steer the club back to its former glory. Amid whispers of managerial change, it's intriguing to consider Ratcliffe's perspective as he watches his vision clash with the on-field realities. Observers speculate about what must be passing through his mind as performances fail to match investment and ambition, especially following high-profile defeats to rivals such as Manchester City. Amorim himself has shown a remarkable degree of self-awareness about the turbulent situation. Despite the criticism, he remains deeply committed, openly acknowledging the club's poor start while stressing that progress is being made behind the scenes. "I know the record, and I understand the implications," he candidly stated after the City defeat, emphasizing that results ultimately drive narratives in football. He recognizes that the credibility he initially enjoyed upon his arrival at United has diminished, but he is keen to start again and build from this difficult foundation. Since Sir Alex Ferguson's departure in 2013, Manchester United has struggled to find long-term stability in management, with the average managerial tenure hovering around just 2 years. Amorim's aspiration is to break that mold dramatically. He has openly declared his ambition to remain at United for 20 years, a staggering goal that summarizes his desire to build a legacy comparable to Ferguson's. He admits that luck will play a role in achieving this, alongside his own managerial skills and the team's performances. One of the core issues facing Manchester United under Amorim has been the lack of genuine quality in the squad, a point former captain Roy Keane emphasized by highlighting poor statistics related to goals scored, goals conceded, and overall outcomes. The imbalance and shortcomings evident in United's matchday squads have meant that tactical ingenuity has often been undermined by personnel challenges. This context is crucial in understanding why Amorim is reluctant to abandon his system. He feels that with the right players, the 3-4-3 can flourish, but it requires a change in personnel before significant tactical shifts are possible. This patient, long-term perspective extends to how Amorim manages the squad and transportation of culture within the club. He is determined to nurture the right mentality, speaking about the importance of emotional investment as a driver for sacrificial and energetic performances. He recalls moments of strong emotional expression, such as breaking a dressing room television in frustration, which symbolize his commitment to psychological intensity and resilience. Competition for places is also central to Amorim's philosophy. He believes that healthy rivalry within the squad will drive improvement, citing examples of players pushing each other across multiple positions. This internal competition is seen as part of a natural evolution within a squad that still requires time to adapt fully to Amorim's methods. Another benefit Amorim points to is this year's relative lightness in terms of fixtures compared to previous seasons, particularly given United's absence from European competitions. He views this as an ideal window to instill his culture and build the foundations for future seasons, allowing for more focused training and development. Amorim's public handling of players' situations has also been noteworthy. For example, with Alejandro Garnacho, a talented young forward struggling for regular game time and seeking a change of environment, Amorim expressed understanding and support for the player's career ambitions. He presents a realistic and empathetic side, acknowledging that individual relationships with managers can vary and that sometimes players genuinely feel the need for fresh challenges. Financially, Amorim remains optimistic about Manchester United's ability to continue investing in quality players despite the current absence from the Champions League. He believes that the club's heritage, fan base, and global stature provide a platform to increase revenue streams and strengthen the financial muscle needed for sustained success. Discussions at the executive level have reportedly focused on innovative revenue enhancement strategies to maintain competitiveness irrespective of European competition. While tactical criticism has surrounded Amorim, especially when adjustments during matches seem limited, he maintains that he is adaptable and open to learning. He talks about borrowing ideas from other successful managers and continuously adjusting his approach based on what works. The controversies, such as playing defenders up front in dire situations, while unconventional, reflect the current squad's limitations rather than a rigid managerial ethos. In summary, Manchester United's current situation blends hope, patience, and realism. Sir Jim Ratcliffe's involvement signals a more engaged ownership determined to see the club return to greatness, while Ruben Amorim embodies a new generation of management willing to take risks and commit to a long-term project. As the season unfolds, much will hinge on whether improvements can manifest on the pitch, how the squad responds to challenges, and if the proposed vision aligns with results. MUFC Corner remains committed to delivering insightful analysis and the latest updates as Manchester United navigate this complex and pivotal phase. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned for more inside coverage and football storytelling focused on Old Trafford's journey.